What?
Do I have to join the fight myself?
Infirmus!
Infirmus!
Wasting my time, you fools!
Incontinent! Incontinent! Incontinent!
You have to join the fight!
Incontinent! Incontinent! Infirmus! Infirmus! Incredibili!
Keep fighting! Keep fighting!
Incredibilis! Incredibilis! Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam! Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam! Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam! Incredibili! Incredibilis! Incredibilis!
You better step up, or I will put you on trial! Should I send my set?
Incontinent! Incontinent! Infirmus! Etiam! Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam! Incontinent! Incontinent! Infirmus! Etiam!
Best!
Etiam! Incontinent! Infirmus! Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam! Incontinent! Incontinent! Incontinent!
Well,
Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam! Infirmus! Infirmus! Incontinent! Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam! Incontinent! Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam! Incontinent!
prove yourself, you slug!
Incontinent! Incredibilis! Incontinent! Incredibilis! Incontinent! Infirmus! Etiam! Incontinent!
You're good, you know that?
Incredibilis!
Is this the best you can do? Prove your
Incontinent!
worth, you slugger!
Incredibilis! Incontinent! Incontinent! Incredibilis! Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam! Incredibili! Infirmus! Etiam!
Is that all you've got? Come on!
Incredibili! Incredibilis! Incontinent! Infirmus! Etiam! Infirmus! Etiam! Incredibilis! Incredibili! 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 Infirmus! Infirmus!
Stay here! Stay here!
You buggers!
Incredibilis! Incontinent!
Execution!
Take
Incredibili! Incredibilis! You know what's Incontinent! Incredible! Infirmus! Etiam! Incredibili! Infirmus! Incredibili! Infirmus! Victory! Infirmus! Victory! Infirmus! Etiam! Incredibili! Infirmus! Incredibili! Infirmus! Incredibili! Infirmo!
Victory!
Over! Engagement! Over! Engagement! Over! Engagement! Muovete!
Enemy rally!
Incredibili!
Victory!
Down as you can.
Incontinent!
This is not a fight.
Infirmo!
Is that
Etiam!
all you got? Come on!
Victory!
On my mark!
Victory!
Incredibili! Infirmo!
Victory!
Catapult! The die is cast!
Enemy team is breaking!